4 in 10 veterans say military experience did not help them with their civilian career. That's according to a new survey. And as the U.S. military continues to downsize, veterans are seeking higher education in record numbers. So what can be done to make that transition smoother? Retired Colonel Garland Williams is an academic dean for the College of Security and Criminal Justice at the University of Phoenix. Also with us, naval veteran Krishna Jackson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Listen, both of you jump in and take these questions as we go. I want to start with the point about veterans choosing to pursue advanced educational opportunities. In your experience, what's driving that?
Well, the only thing constant about military experience is that at some point it's going to end. Either you're going to retire or you're going to get out by choice. And so when you're making that transition, you have to make sure that two things are up to date. First, your skills, and you can look at your military skills and say, okay, that's pretty good on leadership. But you got to look at your educational skills too to make sure that meets the goal. So 2 years out from transition, figure out what you can do to upskill that so when you hit your job mission on day one, you're ready to be hired.
This phrase that we hear a lot now, just socially, upward mobility. So how can advanced education and training together help veterans achieve that in their careers?
Well, for me, as a Navy veteran who was a combat photographer and also a public affairs specialist, I knew that some of those skills weren't going to easily translate over to the civilian sector. So prior to getting out of the military, I had to start considering higher education. And as a single mother, taking care of a family, I had to work. So it was important to me to get my education so that I could get a job that would help me pay the bills.
And something else that stands out to me in all of this is that women are having a harder time finding employment post-service. So Krishna, from your point of view, what can be done to better bridge that gap? Well,
for working mothers like myself, I think that going to school that accommodates your schedule is very important. I chose University of Phoenix because they offered a 1 night per week class, and I could work full-time during the day and make sure that I could support my family while earning my bachelor's degree. And I think having that kind of support is very important for women out there who are probably a lot like me, who are single mothers.
Garland, the career resources, I want to make sure our viewers who are watching now, because we have Offutt Air Force Base nearby, a number of folks who are in the military now and maybe recently retired. What are the resources that are available right now to the military community?
Yes, certainly. There's a lot of veteran service organizations out there that provide free resources online, and I'll give you a couple. The first is the American Legion. The American Legion will help you translate your military skills to civilian skills, and you can find them at legion.org/careers. And also there's a U.S. Chamber of Commerce initiative called Hiring Our Heroes. They have job fairs across the country where they're trying to match up employers who want to hire veterans for those veterans that want to get work. And you can find them at hireourheroes.org. And finally, for education, take a look at us at the University of Phoenix, phoenix.edu. That'll give you some resources on how to translate those military skills and your military training into academic credit.
Yeah, and a better fit for a lot of people too, that it's not sort of that traditional campus experience, that it fits into life a little bit better. Garland and Krishna, thank you both so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and I'm glad we're having this conversation. I think it's really important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the notion of art